Poink. And then Discordian. Pop. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I hate you. Have you read any of the Xbox layoff stuff?
I have them, but I haven't really read them. Because there's like lots of different ones. I have one about the one that I have looked at is the one about a cancelled game, which looking into it was one that we were actually interested in.
Yeah.
Called I think it's called Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark gameplay trailer wasn't indicative of its progress, claims reporter. Apparently they didn't even have a build for it at all.
Right, wow. Because
just...
the trailer for it looked really good, and we thought it resembled a lot of the Legion. No, not the Legions. The friggin' hacking game.
The hacking.
This is where the second one, yeah, where the second one was in London.
Huh. I'm trying to think. Phil Spencer has ruined things and now people are losing their jobs. That's funny.
How have I forgotten the name of this? Watch Dogs. There you go.
Oh, hacking. Hacking as in, computer. Okay, I thought you meant hacking as in shopping.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was thinking hack and slash game for Xbox. I don't know how Phil Spencer could ruin things. I'm not sure. Yeah. Jim Ryan was right. We warned us all. He warned us all. About what? What did Jim Ryan say and warn us about?
Yeah, we won't quote here, Mark. I didn't even look at the chat, but I'm definitely assuming it's Mark saying this. Feel free to hop on, Mark. We'd like your bias insight.
Hey, that's the whole thing, the bias insight. On my way. Universe. Oh, wow. Universe, verse. I think we're seeing the beginning of a massive correction in the gaming industry. The gaming industry is still starting to resemble it earlier from the sheer volume of price garbage being pumped out. This is all started with the Microsoft court case for Activision.
That's not a Jim Ryan quote, Mark. Just letting you know.
Jim,
we're looking for something that Jim Ryan said.
If you look for at the court case, all it really proved was Jim Ryan lied, and that's bottom line with the entire case. It's everything boils down to Mr. Ryan was lying and a liar, and it was exposed.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the only thing.
And even though there weren't any videos or photos, he was most definitely crying as well. Like, you know.
And he was crying.
He was lying.
Oh!
He was crying.
Oh!
He's Jim Ryan.
Oh! That's right. But yes, buddy, we're going to talk about that for sure. And I've got lots to say about it. Bottom line, it sucks, but when you cut 9% of your workforce, which only I think equals out to be 4% of your entire workforce for Microsoft, like that's wild. Universes. I got a few things to say myself.
Well, if you've got a few things to say, hop on here, Mark.
Microsoft is the canary in the coal mine. The industry as it is unsustainable. Absolutely. And Nintendo is taking that leap to crash and destroy everything. All right, you know what? Let's get into this episode 114. Hey, welcome to episode 114 of the Gamers Pass podcast, where us gamers get together, chat, and have a good time, and just talk about stuff and tease each other and do a little bit of fanboyisms and stuff like that. But when it comes time for seriousness, we get serious and we chat. And we've got some heavy topics to talk about today. We've got some good, fun things to talk about today. And so kind of a good, the bad, the ugly. But a lot of catch-up has to happen today because I've been out for the last week and a half. Last week I was on call. Work was ridiculous. And I truly mean ridiculous. And it was super busy. And then I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. And Steph was off for 4 days, and we did family things, and it was Canada Day, went uptown, and all that stuff. So I really didn't get to do anything. Didn't record reaction videos. Didn't do nothing. Didn't do anything. I just chilled. And
hopefully you got some of that sweet, sweet OT.
I did, yes. And yeah, oh, yes, I did. Yeah. And so I go on call tomorrow morning. We didn't get to stream Gears on Friday. Pete was away, and I believe James was working or away or whatever, and myself was just hanging out with Steph. And yeah, that's it. And so it's been busy. I've been gaming a lot, and not what you think. And we'll discuss all that stuff. But joining me today is Lee. Lee, how's it going? And what have you been playing, dude?
I'm doing awesome, and the main thing I've been doing is Space Marine 2 because they've released a new update, which is the Horde mode, but they call it Siege mode. And
okay.
It is, I really enjoy it, but it's something that I'm fairly certain that you wouldn't. Just because it is super difficult. There's two difficulties. There's normal, and then there's hard. And I can't even do hard.
Wow, that's stupid. Why are they doing that?
Oh, it's like I'll get there eventually.
Sure.
But it is so difficult, and but so it's 25 waves, but there's no like fortifications really. There's like a buy station that you can go to. But that's more to get reinforcements. So in Warhammer, you're the Space Marines, and there's like just normal troops, and they're called guardsmen.
Okay.
And they're just normal guys, but with like laser guns. So you can recruit more of them, or you can put more points into something called a dreadnought, which basically is like a walking tank.
Okay.
Hey,
Mark.
Like a Titan mech, and so you can do that, and that's in placement of fortifications. There is an update coming in the future where leaks have rumored to be like a tech marine, which I believe would revolve around fortifications.
Okay.
So that would be interesting. I don't know when that's coming out. But I'm really enjoying this. it is super difficult, but it's really good.
Hey, Volmek. Excellent. Okay, so what's your favorite part about it, though?
Just the intenseness of it. Like
Thank you,
it's
Volmek.
like like how the operations maps you have the you have like a mission to do, whereas
Yep.
this where you get like, I guess, certain amounts of enemies. This is the same enemies but dialed up to 11,
Okay.
where there is so many more, and you just have to hold out. And it's quite fun. A lot of it does depend on the people that you play with,
All right.
because if you're with a noob, then you're not going to survive.
So it doesn't sound like fun at all, to be honest. It just
Not
sounds
to
like
you.
it's a frustrating mess.
I wouldn't say mess, but you just wouldn't enjoy it. I know you wouldn't.
Okay. I like when I play something like that, I want to hack and slash and just be overlord and just kill a million things. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wish there was an easier difficulty than that to be able to do that, like in the way that you say.
Okay.
But just the base level difficulty is, I think, is way too difficult for you.
Okay. Way too difficult for me. Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Jerk.
Highest I've gone is wave 22 on the
Okay.
base difficulty.
Wow. And that's with randos?
Yes. And they're pretty good randos, the ones that, because I even spoke to them on the party chat, because it's like we were just like vibing, I guess. And
Yep.
then I thought that the two randos that I was with, I thought they were friends, and then one of the other guys thought me and this other guy were friends.
Okay.
So we just ended up talking, and
Yep.
we just did a bunch of matches together, and it was really good.
All right.
So they were nice guys, but yeah.
Isaac said he wants to play Space Marines with you, so he'd be all about it. So of course
I'm down for that.
He's 15. He's old enough. So yeah, just you have my blessing. It's all good. Yeah, you've played with Isaac before, so he mentioned it yesterday. I drove him over to Gamezilla, and he's like, "Yeah, Lee and I got to play some whatchamacallit, Space Marines. I love Ultramarines. I'd like to join." Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'd love that.
All right, Mark, how you making out, and what have you been playing, sir?
I've been doing pretty good for myself. So I just bought Prime Simulator and Thief Simulator on PC. So I've been going around robbing people's houses and trying to level up. And Crime Simulator is you can play co-op. So
but what have you been playing? Don't talk about your normal life.
Oh, normal life. Oh, God. Other than that.
Oh, you cut out there, sir. I can't hear you.
Said I played a little bit of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Here and there. I haven't been too big in it, but I played a few matches this week. Other than that, that's about it.
Did you get the Beavis and Butthead skin?
I seen that, and I really want it because I'm an old school Beavis and Butthead fan.
Sure.
However, I feel like I will probably get killed quickly. But I think it's one of those skins where it's probably better to buy it now until before they take it out.
Yeah. Would they take it out though?
They took Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman skin out.
Wasn't that a political thing though?
What? Yes, that was a political thing, but you can't buy the skin anymore.
Okay.
Which is actually, it makes that probably my rare skin at this point.
Okay, American Dad is
limited
coming.
Edition.
A limited edition, indeed. Mr.
Now, if American Dad comes, I want Roger for sure. If they do that, they got to have Roger.
Friggin' Call of Duty. I don't know, man. I don't know, boys. I don't know what's going to happen in November when the new one drops and everything. It almost seems like that it's going to crumble. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It's too soon. It's like it must feel that they've just rushed this. Because if it's the same, if it's the same developers, like as opposed to them rotating it,
yeah,
it will just
which
be
is what
far
they're
too
supposed to
rushed.
do.
Yeah,
yeah, we'll see.
And
So-
they haven't done a solid rotation in a few years now. It seems like where I think Black Ops was the last rotation, right?
Yes.
No, yes, yeah. So, and I think this one's Black Ops 2, correct?
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Black Ops 7.
And then the ones before that were weren't they two different? Yeah, Modern Warfare.
Yep.
So what's the other
right now
rotation? Is it like Advanced Warfare, or is that different?
No, that was a standalone.
Okay.
it's usually like the World War II and that group.
Right.
Those games and stuff like that, the classic war games and stuff. But right now, Call of Duty is just in a whole mess. When they just had that tournament recently, and all the major streamers were complaining about hacking.
Yeah.
And you've been killed by somebody that says, what was the name? It was hilarious. It says, no.
I seen that.
What was it? No qualify for you. No quality for you or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Then they just blatantly have like hack in their name and stuff like that. And when you got all these streamers right now streaming this massive $1 million tournament that people actually take very seriously and compete, and watching them getting hacked.
Yeah, it's disgusting. It popped up on my TikTok feed starting yesterday. It's this store, and what he does is he fixes controllers and stuff like that. There was one where a dude mailed him in a controller just to show him what large streamers are doing, and that is the Chronos insert inside your controller.
I saw that one.
Inside
the controller.
And they said you would not believe the big streamers that are using this Chronos cheat on their actual controller, which is mind-blowing.
Oh, I'm sure there's quite a few.
Oh, yeah. I never even thought of doing it. The amount of times I've played COD, never once I was like, man, I wish I had a Chronos to cheat. But yeah, it is insane. And I went through all their TikToks there, just going through. And hey, I have a saga with this one guy. I think his name is Matt or Mark or something like that they're calling. And he's just like, yeah, here's what I got, blah, blah, blah. And it's just mind-blowing. The Chronos internal. So that way you can just show, hey, nothing on my controller, everything's fine. But you can't look inside because it's hacked inside.
I think only way that's going to clear that up is if are using transparent controllers where you can actually show people the inside that is actual legit controller and stuff. That's probably what it's going to come down to, because there's a couple streamers that play Call of Duty that I can look at and really kind of point the finger like, yeah, they're using something, whether it be Cronus, aimbot, or wall hacks. They're using something you can tell.
Yeah.
They say, oh, no. If I can't hear them, you can't hear them.
I had another one. This is so funny. Another TikTok popped up today on me. There was this girl live streaming. It's a video of her live stream, and she won. And somebody called her out for the wall hacks. And what it was, she left it up on the screen. So there was a red box that was identifying how close the guy was and where he was going. She was behind a rock, so she was able to aim right where the red box was. Pop, 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 everywhere, every step he took, and she killed him instantly and won the match. She's like, yay. And then she was reading, oh, your wall hacks are on? And she was like, oh, someone else was using my computer. I'm like, you idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on.
I know which video you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just, it's insanity. And for what? And for just to get a win at Call of Duty? Like, no one's going to be like, oh my gosh, I want to be with you because you're awesome at Call of Duty. Nonsense. So for me, I have been playing the Switch 2 like mad. And I've been...
Disgusting.
It's wonderful. I'm having a good time. So I'm playing Mario Kart World, which is a blast. Frustrating. Today I spent today I played Splatoon 3. Played that, enjoyed that. and I've been playing.
Enjoyed.
Yeah, yes. So I got angry, and mainly more angry than enjoyed. That is also proof that kernel level anti-cheat is ineffective. That's true. I've been playing Rune Factory, the new one. I've been playing Mario Strikers, Mario Party Jamboree with the fam. I've been playing, shoot, what else? Animal Crossing. I got back into that. Steph and I reset our islands and started all that as well. And yeah, just really going nuts on. It's just nothing on Xbox right now that says play me right now. And there's really nothing new that has come out that's telling me to play it, or that you need to get caught up in it. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna sit and wait until August, the end of August, and then and we're gonna discuss that, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, what's happening then?
We'll get there when we get there. It's not just Combo Shooters have this issue. I think so too, Womack. All right.
Well, at the end of August, PlayStation is getting Gears.
The same day Xbox is getting Helldivers. And so
they're getting Helldivers? No way.
Yeah, we'll discuss that here in a sec. We'll watch a couple trailers, and we'll discuss some things that are going on. And there's some really crappy things happening, but there's also some decent things. So, yeah, Lee, what do you got for Lee news?
Something that might interest Pete. Red Dead Online has had its first title update in a few years.
Oh.
So the last update it appears that they properly had was September 2022.
Okay.
And so they've got this one, which is called Strange Tales of the West, which does have the Undead Nightmares vibe.
Ooh.
So at least that's what people have been saying. There's a 30-second trailer for it.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's coming out shortly.
They're not saying what exactly it is, though.
It's more like track down undead plagues, rogue animatronics, swamp beasts, and more.
All right, because they did the Undead Nightmare for Red Dead Online 1.
Yeah, and they
1.
said that this is apparently Volume 1, with more to come in the future.
Okay. Huh.
And it is actually already released.
Oh.
July 1st.
Wow, okay. That's cool. At least they're doing something with it.
Yeah, instead of just abandoning it completely.
Yeah.
And other things, you remember the game Mind's Eye?
Yes.
Mark, do you remember that one?
You said which one?
Mind's Eye. It was
Mind's Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think we were fairly interested about it. I'd say
it's supposed to be the GTA killer.
Yeah. If you imagine the 2004 Will Smith movie iRobot, basically that, but in a game.
I liked iRobot.
Yeah, I did too. So Mind's Eye released, and it is garbage.
Yes, it is garbage.
It is incredibly buggy,
broken. So one of the former head developers or whatever head people for GTA had left Rockstar and is now part of this game here. And everybody was saying how this was going to be, or not everyone, they were saying how it's going to be GTA Killer. The trailer looked awesome, but you didn't really get any footage or anything like that. And then it had released, and it is an utter disaster. And the Xbox reviews, I was reading some of them. They're funny, but nobody likes the game. It is a broken mess, and That really sucks. Companies just trying to make games too big. They come out broken. Yeah, it's happening. And so Mind's Eye is horrible, apparently. And I've not played it, nor do I have a desire to play it because games are super expensive in Canada, and I'm not paying full price for a broken mess. I refuse to do it.
Yeah, it's basically the only game that's done by this developer.
Okay.
Called Builder Rocket Boy. Never heard that before.
Okay.
And I can't imagine they'll get funding to make anything else.
Yeah, I
Not
don't know.
This.
They're going to have to either fix it or, yeah.
Even then, it's like if they fix it, the reputation's already gone. Like, yeah,
they can bounce back. Though. They can bounce back. It just doesn't look like this is going to happen for this game.
No, not in the same way that it's happened with like Cyberpunk.
Or No Man's Sky. Yeah.
Redfall.
Yeah, Redfall, exactly. That was going to be good in June. Just saying.
Yeah, whatever.
It would have been. I heard this said before online, and I agree with it. Companies are making these oversized, bloated games to justify the size of their studios. Huh. Yeah.
But then they tried to do too much, and then really they haven't satisfied anything.
Yeah. What the Mind's Eye should have done in early access. Like, hey, it's early access. Buy into it. Here you go. That way, people have been like, okay, so it's a work in progress. Let's go. And they could have done feedback and all that stuff. And no, they're like, hey, it's done. Here you go. And it's broken, bleeping. The AI is repetitive. It's terrible. Not smart at all. Everything.
Ubisoft did that with Skull and Bones.
Hey, quadruple A, Lee. Quadruple A.
Yeah,
quadruple A. That's it.
Yeah, which is now like what, $10 for you?
Yeah, it was. I bought it. Hey, Goddess Gaming TV. Good to see you, Ash. I did. I haven't played it yet.
You're unbelievable.
It's like $8 or $10 or something. I was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's the same for me, but it's like I have no desire to play it.
No, I don't either, but I just wanted it. I bought it on principle. How's you guys? Miss you guys? Well, we're always here, Ash. We are always here.
Starfield fans are voicing concerns about the future, the support and updates of.
Oh, how come?
The game. Well, it's a mixture of things. One is like, for an example, the DLC. Have you played the DLC? For Starfield.
I have not. No, I haven't.
It's called Shattered Space.
Yes.
I have it.
That's okay,
I haven't
Ash.
played it.
Yeah, I haven't played it at all.
So I imagine that's the case for a lot of other people, and at the same time, it's like the fans are just getting a bit concerned because Bethesda have been spending a lot of effort on other things.
Sure. Being
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, because that's getting a DLC soon. Elder Scrolls Online, that's got a DLC.
They're making money though at it.
That's and same with Fallout 76. So it's like they're devoting a lot of time on the other existing games and not this one.
Right.
So people are just generally getting concerned about it.
People have to realize Starfield is not a live service game though. It's a single player game. They did it. They added some DLC, and it is what it is. Unfortunately, I enjoyed it. It's just what they were saying could have been. They didn't deliver on that at all. Even though I did like the game. Mark, how about you?
I like the game too. It was just the case that they were bigging it up to be like, hey, this is gonna be the new standard of what gaming needs to be.
Yeah,
and it just wasn't. Yeah. And so, because the expectations were so high, even though it was a half decent game, it just didn't really reach that.
Okay, Mark,
what are you looking at?
Well, you froze and you were like this.
Ah.
And you were stuck there blowing kisses.
Great.
Hey, thank you, Ashley. All right, Mark, go ahead, sir.
So are you admitting now on this day that the IGN reviews for Star pretty accurate?
What would they give it, a 7?
I believe so. 7.5, 8.
Starfield's
An
IGN.
IGN 7 is a normal person's 9.
That's that's the thing. Or it's a normal person's 4. What did they give it here?
Well, yeah, because they're just so inconsistent.
The verdict, it's never... I don't know what they gave it.
Starfield review.
Yeah, they don't have the number in there. Score 9.5? No, that's about Fallout 4. Okay, hold on.
Starfield is a massive...
Okay, no, hold on. Now I remember. No, the idiot that reviewed this was a PlayStation fanboy who was anti-Xbox, dude. That's a whole conspiracy.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yes,
yeah,
sir.
You've actually... Yeah.
Dan Stapleton.
Dan
is the one that did
Stapleton.
it.
And that prick
So
blocked me on X.
He gave the game a 7 and said it was good. So the 7 is fair for that game. After what you just said, everything, a year and a half later or 2 years later, that is fair and accurate for what was expected of the game that didn't deliver.
So, well, hold on though, because expected of the game 2 years later is different from day one expectation. So day one, this to me was a 9. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I had a good time. 2 years later, where they haven't really done anything with the game, I suppose if you're going to go off expectations, a hype train. What is happening? Oh, Lady Callista, thank you so much. Howdy, chaps. Hey, James. But yeah, that's the thing, man. Like
James and Karate Chick.
His stuff that he complained about, guys. Thank you so much for the 20 bits and such. Yeah, he was 100% wrong. Just plain and simple. Plain and simple.
So what would you give the game now?
So now I had tons of fun. I put tons of hours in it. I would give it an 8, 8.5. Really.
8.5.
Yeah. That's the highest I would go. It's just if I'm going to look at it 2 years later, however long it's been, it just didn't have that keep you 1,000 planets, and we're just going to keep you guys. Thank you so much for the biddies. Yeah, they just haven't delivered future wise. We'll say.
I think
because it's not a live service game.
Yep,
that's a big part of that.
I think the game we have ever seen that constantly keeps people real GTA Online. That's the only game where if you want to look at something at a group that's done something right, it would Rockstar. Every single game they do, they knock it out of the park. So I can't say anything about Rockstar games.
Yep.
But with Starfield, I've only 2 hours. Because I'm a big Fallout fan. But games and stuff like that. But from what I'm hearing from you guys now, it's like, okay, once you go through the playthrough, maybe once, twice, after that,
that's it.
It's whatever at this point.
Yeah, because
you feel like you've done it all.
Once I did it, what was left to do? In my head, it was like, I'm visiting every planet. I'm gonna scan all the flora and fauna, blah blah blah. But really, the planets were kind of empty. There was really nothing populated about the planets, and it was just the same thing over and over. So the scope of what they wanted to do and deliver, they did it day one, but here we are 2 years later, whatever it is. It's
technically, I beat the game 10 times.
Yes.
So clearly I must have enjoyed it.
Sure. Guys, thank you so much for the hype train. I really appreciate it. We got 220 biddies. Thank you. Rockstar hasn't.
So do you think? I'm sorry. Do you think that the game is fixable at this point in time?
That it's what? Sorry. Hey, James.
If they let's say.
All right. Mark,
You've
your
just cut out there,
microphone
Mark.
is absolutely broken. I can only hear a little bit you're saying, and then you just keep cutting out over and over. I'm so sorry, dude.
Is that better?
For now,
Yeah.
give her a
Okay,
go,
hang
and we'll
on.
see what happens. James,
Right,
how's it
do
going?
you think-
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Do you think that there's a way to?
Nope, that was for James this time. James was talking and nothing was coming through. Must be a
Oh.
Sony mic. I love it.
Sony might. But do you think that they will be able to fix the game? Basically,
No,
is what I'm
they're
asking.
not going to fix the game. I'm pretty sure they've moved on, and it's
Are we
done.
talking about Starfield or
No, Starfield.
Mind's Eye?
No, Starfield.
Okay. Well,
Out of
but
it.
Starfield
There you
isn't
are.
broken, so there's not really necessarily anything to quote unquote
True.
fix.
I think that's it, though. I think what Todd sold us, and we all bought into, is not what they fully delivered when you look back 2 years later.
Yeah.
But the day it came out, I loved it and had a great time. I was consumed with the game, played it from beginning to end, and I was like, this is awesome. But now here, and like I said, it just nothing to really go back to. Even to do DLC, I haven't even touched it. And I own the DLC. I just like, whatever. That's it. James,
Yep,
how you
I
doing and
agree
what have
with
you
you.
been playing?
I'm good, guys. Sorry, I'm late.
That's okay.
But yes,
dude.
I completely agree with you. I was utterly consumed with Starfield.
Yeah.
Utterly, until I beat the game and realized, okay, every planet is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I'd rather have half the amount of planets, but have them really populated.
Yes.
Have like really awesome things. I mean, the Fallout map. I explored that every section of that map because there was so much hidden stuff everywhere. Even the lore, you'd come across like a holotape of a survivor, then you'd find them and they'd have a cache of stuff. Like everything in that game had a story
Yeah.
that gripped you. But in Starfield, I'd go to a planet, I'd wander endlessly, I'd come across a camp, no worthy loot. The loot was kind of worthless. There'd be no point collecting it all because the merchants always had hardly any cash on them, which is something that angered me greatly.
Yeah.
And
also the weight limit that you'd have to then lug back to your ship.
But
and your ship could get bogged down.
yeah, but the ship creator I thought was next level. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And you could build your own base, kind of like you did in Fallout. So, Mark, to your point, though, I would say day one, first few weeks, probably month was amazing. But that was kind of it, dude. That was you can have a great time in Starfield doing the main questing and stuff like that, and then that's kind of it.
Yeah. Once you've done the main quest, there's nothing really to keep you there.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. All right, Lee, what else you got, sir?
I mean, I'll just mention because Pete's here. I'll just mention that is Pete here?
Pete is here.
That Red Dead Online has got an update. Even though I mentioned it before, but yeah, that was good.
Oh, that's true, Pete.
And the Warhammer, I mean, like I mentioned Space Marine 2 before, but Space Marine 1 has got like a master crafted edition, and it's been put on Game Pass, so I won't be playing that.
All right, that's cool. Game Pass, Call of Duty World War II or whatever just dropped, which is kind of cool. It's good to see Xbox finally starting to put some newer CODs and such on Game Pass. That's actually a really fun COD.
Yeah. Who wants to play zombies on that one? I'm telling you, that's one of the best zombies ones.
Oh, is it? Okay. I don't remember. We played a bunch of the other modes for online. Like when that came out, I streamed it tons. Beat the story and then did tons of the online multiplayer where we're pushing through the bridge. Build the bridge! And having a good time with it. I remember that. That was good. That's when we had Jonathan, Big Boss Alico, sponsor alert. We did that tons, man. I hate Bungie, but Destiny 2 has been good recently. I played Destiny way too long. The game is fun. Been beating all the Master Zombie solo. Excellent. So yeah, no, that's cool. What else? Anything else, Lee?
One more thing, like what's it's just more of like a talking point, really. What's after it's sort of like been settled a bit.
Hey, Karate Chick.
What do you think about the Xbox handheld that's going to be coming out? Like, have you changed your opinion on that?
No change in opinion. I want it. Bottom line, I want it. The problem is it's probably going to be insanely expensive. But yeah, dollar bills. But we will see. That is something I'll say I want for Christmas, and but we'll see what happens. But I that would be my my Christmas wish this year, is to get the Xbox handheld. And yeah, Volmac, take my money. Indeed, the Xbox handheld is going to be awesome. And the prices be around 600 ish. Well, that's the thing. Do they do what Nintendo did with the Switch 2, or are they going to kind of stick in the lower price? Well, how the hell would you have time to play Xbox handheld just while we're sitting there watching TV?
And also there'll be 2 price points, because there's the
500 and a
Ally.
terabyte. Yeah. Mark, what do you think? Are you interested in something like that?
No, I don't have enough time. I've enough time for the stuff I have in here now. I mean, my PlayStation is full of dirt and dust and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is.
It's horrible.
Yeah, because you don't play it.
I don't play.
I don't play mine either.
My Xbox actually, like the Netflix and all the other apps that I use, and because it does it better and more consistent than PlayStation does. PlayStation Studios just comes out with better exclusive titles.
Yeah,
but other than that, no, I'm with Xbox, or my PC should say.
So Volmac brought up a good point. He says, I've been playing the Xbox Cloud Gaming on my phone with a controller. It's great. I can tell you firsthand as well. Xbox Cloud Gaming is amazing. It's really impressive, and you can hook up a controller. I've played it. I remember Steph was watching. This was like last year, the year before. Steph's watching American Idol. I was like, I don't want to watch this. So put the iPad up. I hooked up my Xbox controller through Cloud Gaming. I was playing Xbox sitting right there while she had the TV. And yeah, Ashley, it's going to have Steam. And with the new Xbox and all that stuff that's coming out in 2020, end of 2026 or 2027, I'm still thinking it's going to be the end of 2026. We'll see. But yeah, it would suck. But what's that, Mark?
I got a question. I'm sorry. They got an American Idol. They have a Canadian.
They used to. They have Canada's Got Talent instead of America's Got Talent, and then they have Britain's Got Talent, and they have China's Got Talent, and all this other stuff. I don't know. Well, we're going to talk about that. Ashley said Xbox is doing amazing things, so we're going to talk about the amazing things Xbox is doing, and then the not so amazing. I'm a self-proclaimed Xbox fanboy, but I am, I guess, smart enough to be able to critique when I have to. I will defend when I have to. Thank you, Volmec, and happy 4th of July for you Americans tomorrow. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Lee. Anything else?
Well, the only point of contention with the Xbox handheld is that they haven't done an OLED version. And their reason for it is because with their variable refresh rate, they weren't willing to get rid of that, and with the OLED with that would draw out significantly more power.
Sure.
Than the LCD, and and also the OLED would just cost more anyway, so they didn't want to sacrifice like the battery power and have a higher cost than just to make like the LCD version anyway.
So yeah, with the Switch 2, Switch 2 doesn't have an OLED screen, and which is dumb. No. People whine and complain about it, but it looks amazing. You're getting a 4K view already on the Switch 2 or whatever the super screen is. It looks exquisite. I think.
Can I just say,
would you play Apex Legends on it?
I don't know. Go ahead, James.
Have you seen Nintendo are in hot water with their bricking of people's Switch 2s?
Scumbags. Scumbags.
Brazil have launched a legal challenge because it goes against their laws. Because what's happening is the second-hand console market in Brazil is apparently being flooded with bricked Switch 2s. And nobody knows until they've got the device, they turn it on, and even if you change accounts on it, the console is bricked, not the account. And the Brazilian government, or whoever the ombudsman are saying that this goes against their fair trade laws.
Yep.
So Nintendo are formulating a response to that.
So did you hear that? So a dude had his Switch 2. His sister changed his username to Twink Link, and Nintendo bricked their system. They bricked his system. Yeah, just for change, just because the name was Twink Link. Bam, bricked. It's just they're so anti-consumer. It's disgusting. The game cartridges, which are more codes. The game's not on the little cartridge, whatever it's called. It's so frustrating. But I am enjoying my Switch 2. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's super, super frustrating. They just don't have a clue what they're doing. And yeah. Oh, anyways, I got lots to say about Nintendo.
Yeah, like the thing is that when it comes to something like the Switch 2 and its games, it's like you're not actually owning anything anymore. Like you're not owning the physical game because you get the key code to be able to download it. You're not really owning your Switch anymore because if you do anything that even like goes outside anything like a policy, then they're just gonna, with the licensing agreement, they're gonna just brick your console. It's like, if I've paid so much money for a console, I should be able to do whatever the hell.
No, that's true. That's true. Especially single player experiences. Who gives a crap?
Yeah. Like I'm, I don't like cheating on game. That with COD and stuff. But if you want to mod, if you want to cheat or do hacks or whatever on single player games, go
have at it. Yeah.
Have at it. Like, so I think if you want to do that because you've spent so much money on property, it's like it's yours.
Yeah.
Then you should be able to do whatever you want.
The times they are changing. I remember a guy in our local market who you take your PlayStations to him and he'd chip them. Like, does anyone remember those days where you could like chip your original PlayStations and get rid of the region locks and things? There'd be people setting up stalls in markets to do that for you.
I have a chipped PlayStation 1. I just don't have the cables to plug it in. A buddy at work had given it to me a few years ago. Volmec, the only issue with your statement is Nintendo's already sold 5 million Switch 2s. And it's only been out for a couple weeks. That's the only thing. I'm on the same thoughts as you, sir. But it's just like the consumers won't let that happen. That's it. I just can't see it. Nintendo's their lawsuit against Pal World is absolutely disgusting as well, and it's a shame that Pal World creators took something like Pokemon and turned it into what the fans wanted. And Nintendo's like, oh, whoa, what are you doing? You can't throw a ball and catch a thing. That's us. It's so stupid.
Even though I'm pretty sure it's been proven that Nintendo stole the idea of Pokemon from something else.
Yeah, it's
Akira Toriyama's like, monster capture thing.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. All right, Lee, do you have any other news?
That pretty much wraps it up.
Okay, let's get into this. So this is going to be a fun topic because I am excited. Let's do this. I'm going to do a little game share for everybody. Hop in. Now, if those of you who have not heard the latest news, Pete, this could be something you may be interested in. I'm just throwing that out there.
I know I am.
Freedom. What is it worth? For some, the answer is simple. Everything. As our fiercest foes march towards extinguishing our freedom. Now more than ever, we need more Helldivers. We need more recruits.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Will you make the ultimate sacrifice? Now is the time to join the Helldivers.
Yes, sir. Coming to Xbox August 26th.
I love that they know it's just like pretty silly, but they're just having fun with it anyway.
That's
I think
it.
It's amazing.
The game is a blast, and it's going to be great on Xbox. So here's the creator. We've been wanting this forever, and it's funny. The Sony people, Sony people, have been wanting this forever.
You asked for more dudes. We're sending more dudes. Hey, Helldivers. My name is Johan Pilestedt. For 1.5 years, you've been fighting the enemies of democracy, and one of the requests that you've always had is for us to send more dudes. And the best way for us to be able to do that is to bring another platform into the fight. Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox. And this, of course, is something that we as a studio is extremely proud of. What does this then mean for you as a Helldivers community? Well, it means that you'll be able to give Joel a run for his money. That you'll be able to take part together in the frontline battles against the evil oppressors of democracy and freedom. With that, I just want to say to all of you that have been with us over the last 1.5 years, help out the new players. Get them into the fight so that they will become your brothers in battle. Finally, I want to welcome all of the Xbox players that are joining the ranks of the Helldivers. You together as a unified community will be the largest fighting force this galaxy has ever seen. And together, it is your responsibility to fight for managed democracy, freedom, prosperity, and our way of life.
Catrick, so good to see you.
It's a great theme as well.
It's fantastic. I am super excited. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I'll be playing. James, Lee brought this up. You and I played this together on stream, right? And for PlayStation.
With Isaac, yeah.
Yes, with Isaac. So I was sitting there upstairs, and Isaac's friend Rylan messaged me. He sent me the TikTok, and he's like, "It's coming to Xbox." And I was like, "What?" And then the game is funny. It's fun. Throwing the nukes down, whatever, and blowing your own teammates up is frustratingly fun. Just being ganked by a million creatures, or even the mechs. Fighting the mechs is a blast. But it is a fun game. Catrix, I played Splatoon 3 today. I was super angry, did terrible, and I am so bad at the game now. But I started to pick up towards the end. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, so
you don't need to throw that out there.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Mark, are you interested in Helldivers 2?
If it's coming on Xbox Game Pass, I am.
Oh, okay.
I don't imagine that.
I
would
don't
be the
think
case.
so. No.
Yeah.
How many people can be in a match?
4? Because me, Isaiah, Isaac, three of us were playing. I think maybe 4. Let me teach you.
Because I'm definitely going to be getting this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it'll be really like the main thing that will be able to get me away from Space Marine 2.
Okay. Space Marine.
I thought Subnautica 2 was already out.
Yeah,
No, Space Marine 2.
No, Subnautica 2 I think is out for PC, isn't it? Or maybe not.
No, that's already out, isn't it?
Oh, not yet? Okay. No, initial release date is 2025. All right.
All right.
The first one is beautiful. It's such a gorgeous looking game.
Mark in the dark.
Oh, Mark in the dark. There he is. Yeah, so I will be getting Helldivers. I've been following close on that development. I'll be getting Helldivers 2 day one. I've been wanting it, and yes, I had it for PlayStation or whatever. I just don't want to play my PlayStation. The reason being is I mainly play Xbox, but I also don't want to pay for another subscription service for PlayStation. So I was just like, well, forget it. I'll just wait. Helldivers for Paul, say less. It's so.
I was losing my mind. Subnautica came out, then Subnautica Below Zero came out.
The DLC, yes. Yeah.
Because I'm sure Subnautica 2's come out, but no, they're developing Subnautica 2, the actual sequel.
Yeah, so it should be cool.
Like I know I keep going back to it, but like Space Marine 2 was my solution to not getting Helldivers 2.
I didn't like Space Marine 2. I tried to like it. I didn't like it.
I don't understand why you didn't like it, but okay.
I tried. I got to like the 3rd mission, and I'm like, I just had my fill of it, to be honest.
Okay.
I put it down and then never picked it up.
Was it the parry mechanic, or was it?
It was just kind of everything. It felt a bit like Doom. It's one of them games where you can't really enjoy the lore or the story. There is no story. You just run, aimlessly shoot, and
this got me into the lore. Like this got me so excited.
Big casino. So good to see you, buddy.
I just didn't get on with it.
No, that's fair enough. Fair enough. I enjoyed the story and stuff like that, but yeah, it wasn't something that hooked me as well. I thought it was going to be. I think mine was the grind. For unlockables, you had to get one. You had to spend 40 hours of gameplay just to unlock one little thing, and sarcasm, of course. But like, it just felt like it was a grind that was not going to be fun. So that's kind of
and also that the campaign wasn't that long. Like it was.
No, that's okay though.
A short one.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, Helldivers will be good. There are some really good games coming out later this year. I'm looking forward to the new RoboCop. That's going to be really good.
Same devs?
Same devs.
Okay.
Yeah, same engine as the first one. I know you didn't. Did you play that or not?
I did, yeah. So you told me to play it. It was on sale, so I finally got it. And I was thoroughly annoyed at first because of the modding of the gun. I didn't fully understand the modding of the gun. And then once I figured it out, I was like, ooh, I like this. And so I had like unlimited ammo, everything, man. It worked out really good. And it was just a fun game.
And Jurassic World Evolution. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
I know it's park building.
No, I love park builders. It's just that number 1 or 2, it just didn't really sit right with me. So I was like, all right, cool.
And Cities Skylines 2
is it coming out?
It's been delayed on console indefinitely.
Okay.
Basically, the game runs. It's still to this day doesn't run well on PC. Basically, they've made the game so advanced it can't be played on console.
Wow.
They can't get it to work. What was that game that they released years ago? And it became a running joke, like, can it run da-da-da? Was it Crysis or something? The game that they made that was purposely super high spec.
I don't know. I don't remember.
What was it? Can it run? I remember the Can It Run.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, it was. It was Crysis. If you Google Can It Run Crysis, it was a running joke because it came out and it was just too powerful for pretty much any machine to run.
But Can It Run Crysis? Wow, yeah.
Dino Crisis.
Oh no, just Crysis.
That's funny.
Yeah. So there was this game that only a few select people could play because you needed a top tier, top of the range PC.
You know what's funny? Did you guys see that EA is shutting down Anthem and it won't be playable offline either?
No, I didn't see that.
I am surprised it took this long.
I don't understand, like, how can it not be playable offline either? Surely it's like...
Ash, you're excited for Borderlands 4? Man, that's getting so much hate right now.
Like, surely if you've got the game and it has the ability to be played offline, you should be able to just play it.
Yeah, it's such a garbage game that why let people continue? But it does suck that the money you put into it is just you won't even be able to play it.
Yeah.
But
I've seen the trailer for Ready or Not.
I think I have.
It's a
Apparently
game?
it's going to be censored like a bunch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's going to be some. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it. Get censored.
It looks really good. You're like a SWAT team commander.
Yeah.
And graphically, it looks incredible.
Oh, wait a minute. No, my boys were playing this on Steam.
Oh, is it already out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is because it's 50%. Yeah, it came out in 2023. So Isaac and Isaiah were playing this like crazy.
Okay, I didn't know. Yeah, Helldivers. Helldivers comes out just before Gears of War Reloaded.
So apparently I think it's the day it does come out, does it not? It comes out on PlayStation.
Oh, I don't know.
It's almost like a swap. So here let's talk about this. It's like the same day. Xbox gets Helldivers and PlayStation gets the Gears Reloaded. So it's the same day. all the fanboys, it's safe to say that console exclusivity is dying. And Xbox is one who broke it. They're like, you know what? We're going to give PlayStation some of our games. Because if you really think about it, PlayStation really has no games. The PS5 generation is a nightmare. I'm saying that from an owner of PlayStation 5. I have a PS5. It's just, there's really no games to play. And unless you want to play a remake of this and a remake of that and a remake. So Xbox is like...
Or like Spider-Man 2 or something.
Well, that's right. But the majority of the games that they have are just remakes. And, look at this. Last of Us Part 1 and 2 remake, Splendid Edition, Zombie Eating Face Edition. And great. Here's another $100. Take my money. And it doesn't make any sense. So Xbox is like, you know, we're going to give you some of our games so your people have something to play. And it did. The Sea of Thieves was a massive hit on PlayStation, and it still is. And there's a bunch of other games. On PS5, all ever plays a PS4 game. Yeah, that's the thing. And so Sony, now that we got rid of Lion Crying Jim Ryan, I forget the guy's name. Mark, that was for you. Once he's gone, this new head, whatever, is like, you know what? We need to change with the market. And our Helldivers 2, let's start with that. It's going to make a killing on Xbox. I think it's going to be a top seller on Xbox, and that's going to break things wide open.
Death Stranding did.
Yeah, Death Stranding did. Mm-hmm. And that was a shadow drop, though. That's the weird thing. That was just like you turned on your Xbox. It's like, hey, what? Death Stranding's on Xbox? I bought it. I bought it day one on Xbox. Same. And I had no clue until I saw the rumors on X. So I went ahead and got it. And so you're also going to see. Now, I know Sony has games on PC, but that's totally different than throwing them on Xbox. And so you just wait and see. We're going to see Spider-Man. We're going to see The Last of Us and all this other stuff coming to Xbox. You don't think so, Mark?
No, I don't see Spider-Man.
Oh, I do.
No.
The old ones?
Sony will not give up Spider-Man.
No, they're not giving up Spider-Man. They're not. No, that's not giving it up.
If they do, that's what they'll see it as. They will not do it.
Helldivers 2 is a Sony exclusive.
Yeah, but Spider-Man is a whole different
It will happen.
Spider-Man is Sony's child. They're not going to
do
happen. Anything with that.
I'm telling you right now, Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2 will eventually come to Xbox.
I mean, just look how much work Disney had to do to get us.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean nothing for Xbox, though. You know what I mean? No. Like, yeah, they purchased the rights, but that means nothing to Sony either. It's just like, hey, we have the rights to make a game, not film a movie. And so it will come out. I'm stating it. It will come out.
I hope so. I don't think it will.
But Xbox is an evil company like Disney.
What? How come?
No, I'm just joking.
Xbox did lose a lot of faith. Was it last year when they let a lot of companies go?
Oh, well, James.
They did lose a lot of faith with their own development.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah, good segue, my man. Good segue into yesterday's announcement of 9,000 employees. Now, I don't know if you've seen any of that, James, but yesterday Phil sent out a letter and the axe dropped. Now, 9,000 is tons of employees. A lot of it was management and stuff like that. A lot of overhead. The thing is it was only 4% of Microsoft's workforce. So it sucks. It's horrible. It's a nightmare. But if you are so top heavy in certain devs, certain groups, and you do have to make cuts. Unfortunately, no matter what business it is, it has to happen. Even Sony made cuts. Like look, what was it, 2 years ago? Jim Ryan went to London or whatever it was. It's like, hey, these are my peeps. Left the next day. It was like, F you all, you're fired. So that
like might as well have burnt the building as he left.
All companies do this. All companies. And it really, really sucks. There's no matter how you put it, if you are top heavy and you're just let's take Rare, and Rare was making Perfect Dark. And it was been in development for a few years now. We saw a little clip. They shut it down. Phil fired those employees.
Dogs. It looked really good.
And except for the main protagonist, you couldn't tell the gender. But he shut it down and let them go. But it just came out today that there was no working core game. And all of this time in development, there was still nothing developed for Perfect Dark. So these people were just earning a paycheck to work on Perfect Dark, really not doing anything. They said they're going to do a strategic change and focus on their money makers now. I can't see them focusing on Call of Duty because their Call of Duty is to put out the same junk and put skins out and not fix their game.
Look what Expedition 33 delivered when you get rid of the top brass and allow the creative people to flourish without restraints.
True, and they made millions with a group of, was it 30 or 33 people? What was the studio?
About 30 people, and the lead music designer was found on SoundCloud. They were like, I like this guy, let's reach out. That is a kick in the teeth and shows exactly what's wrong with the gaming industry. You have all these talented people and then way too many executives above them, all with their little inputs, don't want this, don't want this. They're the people that need to go, and the creative people need to be given a free hand.
Yeah. And
it's the executives that have the biggest paychecks.
Yeah, exactly.
Always. I mean, what... I've forgotten the name of the bloody company who made the Fallout games again. Todd Howard.
Bethesda.
When Fallout 3 was released, and it was, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever, and they won tons of awards. They were a tiny studio then, only had about 200 people, and then they blew up and became a studio of thousands. And several years later, Fallout 4 was released, which was an inferior product to Fallout 3.
True story.
Because it had started to become top heavy. And then look at the disaster of Fallout 76 and even Starfield to a degree, and all their other games in between. You find that as well. Studios, when they're smaller, have a vision and enjoy what they're doing, and they're more of like a tight-knit clique. They produce much better content than, corporate commander,
Well,
and I think it highlights like a very similar thing where it's like one of the biggest, the most popular industries in gaming is the indie games, and they're just made by a few small people, and it's but they make something that they are truly passionate about.
Well, look, Stardew Valley, one developer.
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
Like even Minecraft was an indie invention.
Yeah.
And it's that's the biggest game in the world.
Yeah.
And it's so all that kind of stuff, it all starts small, and that's how it gets popular.
The problem is, Lee, they then get gobbled up. You release a great game. Look at EA. They used to be known as the gobble up entity. They gobbled up all the small studios, closed them down, released inferior product. Bullfrog, who made the theme park games, bought out by EA, gobbled up, closed down. EA released crap. Westwood Studios, Command and Conquer, same thing. And there are loads others, but they're the two I can name off the top of my head. And that's just how it goes, and it's quite sad. But then that's the same in every business, I suppose.
Yep.
I mean, we moan in our company today about how there are too many managers having their own say and nothing works at our level. Yep.
So, Mark, you've got some thoughts because you were expressing it in the beginning of the stream and chat. So, what are your thoughts here, sir?
So my thoughts. I agree with James 100% what he just said. Now, he was Fallout New Vegas right after Fallout 3, which was fantastic.
Was awesome.
I just want to mention that.
Awesome.
Then Fallout 4, dropped the ball a little bit, not as bad. Fallout 76 was just god. And I can't believe I downloaded that game.
I tried it twice.
There is some truth in having too many hands in the same. I always say you guys probably
You're cutting out, Mark.
Hang on 1 second.
I know Mark said people have got their hands in something, but I don't know what that something was.
Wah, wah.
All right, is that better?
We'll
You
see.
guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We'll see, though, how long it lasts. Go ahead. Nope, you're cut out now.
You're gone.
Where did he go? Man, those Sony mics. I'm not going to buy any of those.
Don't buy Sony. So you guys can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Hey, now, yeah.
Okay. Let me move this microphone a little bit closer.
Okay.
All right, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So yes, there's something to say about too many hands in the same pot. And I think Rockstar is probably the best one when it comes to game development. It's a small core group of people. Even if you look at TV and film, look at South Park as a show on Comedy Central. It's just Matt and Trey Parker in there, and they've had that show running for 25, 26 years. No, longer than that. Since
early 90s, yeah.
Yeah, early 90s. And it's just the two of them. And that show's been successful every single year that it's been on. Then you look at Disney acquiring Star Wars and Marvel, and you look at the quality of Star Wars shows and and Star Wars movies that's come out. Disney's a very big company. They have a lot of managers. They have a lot of oversight. So their hands are tied into every single thing that's going on. Where there's no, to me, there's no creative freedom, in my opinion. So I look at some of these games.
Have you seen Andor?
Oh, no, I haven't seen Andor.
Somehow awesome. Palpatine returned.
I'm not surprised.
That's not Andor, James.
Just saying. Andor. I'm the spy. Oh.
But, I mean, we're talking about 9,000 people that have been cut from Microsoft, but this is their second cut they made this year. They also cut 6,000 jobs back in May. So that's 15,000 jobs that have been cut in just a matter of a couple months from what's been reporting. Then, as I'm reading this article right now, younger Americans have spent 25% less on video games this year than last. So that's a bad trend. When sales are down 25%, everyone's looking at numbers, but you also have Phil Spencer quoting as saying that his quote is that these changes come at a time when Xbox have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before, but you're cutting 15,000 jobs. Though both those statements cannot be true at the same time.
I think what people forget, and whether you agree with it or not, once players have bought the game, that's the only time Xbox make money off that player. A player could sink hundreds of hours into that game, and Xbox will still only make the $59.99 or whatever that they made on the sale of that game. So they need to keep releasing games or DLC. You know, that's why Game Pass is a great way for them to get that recurring income. But yeah, I agree. It's a problem.
And but there could be a lot of reasons people get made like redundant or anything, because there was like pretty much every company in like during COVID, they hired people who were remote, and then when things started getting back to normal and people started going back to the offices, those people just got made redundant. It's like, so, and that happened with pretty much every company. The sales being knocked down in like people spending less money on games. That's probably because like there are more gaming services that people can just hop onto, PlayStation Plus and Game Pass, where it's like you're not paying a lump sum to buy a game outright. You're paying for the service where you get a whole library of games, and at the same time you're people are probably spending less because the prices for games are going up. So people are having to be more selective in the games that they do buy outright because they can't just spend as freely as they could before because the games are just so much more expensive, and that's just part of the industry.
Yeah, if you're spending money on PlayStation Plus, then you're just crazy. You might as well just
You
go
are.
send money to somebody because you ain't getting nothing out of that. You're getting a 10-piece nugget with 6 of them missing.
That's a great quote.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally nothing on PlayStation Plus. I mean, it's the most
Wow, and this is the
ridiculous
PlayStation fan saying it.
No, I mean, I'm not a PlayStation fan. Don't get that twisted because I got my Xbox Game Pass and I use that a lot for my PC games and just about all the games I play. I can't tell you when's the last time I spent money on a game, but they're over here talking about in-game monetization is a big focal point for companies right now, making money off of in-game content, skins, I guess you could say, for Call of Duty. So that's a major push for companies because they're trying to get that secondary income off of that. And games are going up to $80 right now. But you're 100% right because even our government on the remote jobs, our government got rid of a whole lot of people. Well over 20,000 people have been cut from government jobs here in the U.S. just offer working remotely, so there is some truth to that as well.
Yeah, and also it's like you just hit another note. Like it's become more and more common for live service games to be the front of it, and it kind of makes sense from a business standpoint because they do want to keep making that money. And you can make more money from a live service game than you can from a story-driven game because once you've completed the story, because once you've completed the story, it's like you're not necessarily going to keep revisiting the game, unless it's that's why GTA 5, GTA 5 wouldn't have been nearly as successful if it wasn't for GTA Online.
That's correct.
Because the GTA Online aspect is the live service game, and so that's it, and they're just linked. That's what so overall, it's poor. Overall, that's
just putting that out there.
Yeah, it's just not cost effective as much to make a story-driven game as it is a live service game, because with that you can have a battle pass, and that has money as well. Like the amount of money...
I don't know how much money Expedition 33 has made compared to like Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like Warzone is a free game, and I have given Call of Duty so much money for those battle passes and skins.
Yeah, but they're completely different thing, and that's an established franchise as well.
That too, yes.
So,
but how many gems like Expedition 33 can you actually get?
Hogwarts Legacy.
We could get a bunch of them now that a lot of heads have been cleaned out and things are starting to, I guess, come in a little bit. If you look at it, Expedition 33 sold 3.3 million units within 33 days of its release. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. And so even James and I had been talking about the guy that owns that company or started that company. He worked at Ubisoft, and he just knew the bullcrap that was there at Ubisoft and just didn't want to do it. He just wanted to go make his own game, and this is what he wanted, and everybody was like, thank you. This is what we all want. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Did anyone buy Skull and Bones? I saw it's been price dropped to absolute poop. You did buy it, did you? Oh,
I did.
Paul.
I had to.
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
I haven't played it, no. I just bought it. It's like $10 or whatever it was, so I got it.
I don't
play it.
Yeah, it's going to be
$10 can pay for fuel, so.
Yeah, I got a hybrid, so it's all good. Pete, it's true. So I did buy it just to say I have it, whatever. It's still installed on my Xbox. I don't know if I'll ever play it. I may even actually take a stream and just do it to see how stupid the game is, because the beta was terrible, and it was a rotten game. So we'll see what happens. It'd be fun.
How much was the tattoo pull? Have you shown everyone?
Oh, the tattoo, yes.
Yeah.
How much was it?
Yeah.
So here's a little story. On the weekend, Steph wanted to. She was like, because Isaiah and I and Cameron were talking about getting our second tattoo because we got our first one all together. And Steffi was like, "Well, I have Saturday off. Why don't we go somewhere and just get something?" She just wanted something very tiny, and she got something tiny. So I had no clue what I wanted to get, but since I already have a Legend of Zelda one, I was like, how can I incorporate more Legend of Zelda and family as well? And so I grabbed the NES 8-bit hearts, and I created that. Then I put Steph's name, and then and I made Cameron cry with this one because I love him like my own kid. And so I have Isaiah, Isaac, and then Cameron. Let's see. And so that's what I did here. So you can see
that's awesome, man.
Oh, right here. You can see Stephanie, and then it's like Isaiah, Isaac, and then this side here, and then Cameron right there. And yeah.
It's like you've given yourself a health bar in real life.
Yeah. Well, if you look at a lot of the three hearts, the third heart has a half, and there was no way I could do a half a heart there. That would just be terrible. So Skull and Bones was crap. Yeah, it's probably going to be, but I need to stream it just for poops and giggles, and I'll make Lee buy it and James buy it and Mark buy it, and we'll all play together.
Redfall
was going to be good in June. Was going to be good in June last year. I'm just saying.
It was. The second time it was mentioned today.
That's right. I'm just saying, no, boys. It sucks that 9,000 people lost their jobs. It really does. And you can get angry about it, but really, when it comes down to it, if you are top heavy and you're running a company, you got to make the cuts. And if people are not putting the work into games like Perfect Dark, where it's at right now, it just doesn't work. And unfortunately, so there was another one. There's another game that they shut down, Whistle End or something weird like that people were just super hyped for. They shut that down. There was a bunch of stuff that was shut down, which really sucks overall. But really, how many people were truly excited for Perfect Dark? Like, how many people were like, yeah, I need that in my life? It was great on the 64, and that was it.
I forgot about it, to be honest. I just forgot.
That's it. Perfect Dark was great on the 64, and that's it. They did a couple other versions, I think, later on, but they were terrible. And so that's it. I don't know. Everwild. That's there. Everwild apparently was going to be amazing. It looked amazing. That's a little unfortunate if you take a look at Everwild. But other than that, that's kind of the only letdown, other than all those people losing their job. But it happens in all businesses. It happens everywhere you go. It happens every industry you're in, and
the tech sector in general is taking a bit of a hammering at the minute anyway.
Yep.
It has been for the last, I'd say, 12 months or so. There's been kind of layoffs left, right, and centre. I've noticed it in the networking field and IT in general. There are less jobs out there, and there are just more and more people needing them.
So my only angering thing that I heard was Xbox, and I don't know if this is true, okay? Xbox laying these people off so they could focus more on AI development and such. And
that's the thing. Yeah.
If that's the
How
case,
many of those people?
If that's the case, then that's insane garbage right there, and I think that's going to shoot them in the foot eventually. And I don't know. I don't know the path Xbox is on, and I know we've got some good games coming out. I just think with Nintendo doing what they did with jacking the prices up for everything. You're talking Mario Kart's $119 or $111 here before taxes.
You bought it though, didn't you?
It came with the Switch. Switch. So, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, they're over $100 each. The new Donkey Kong is $99. So games are mad expensive. I want to get Nobunaga's Ambition, Awakening. That's $92, and I'm just like, I just don't have it right now. So I'm gonna have to wait, but. that's the thing. And to Lee's point from what Mark was saying too is games are so expensive right now that it is really hard to not hard, you have to prioritize your finances on, do I get 6 games this year or do I get 3 games this year and just wait for sales? And I've honestly been 95% of my purchases have just been waiting on sales. Skull and Bones, $8 or $10, whatever it is yeah, it's gonna be crappy, but yeah, that's it. Like I have no issue. Like my library of Xbox games is almost at 400 now, which is awesome. But like most of those games, I'm super cheap. I see a game that I'm like, I'd like to have that part of my library, and that's what I do. But yeah, that's it. 9,000 jobs really sucks, and I'm sure the majority of these people will find if that girl from Dragon Age, the Veilguard, can find another job right away, all these other devs can, because Dragon Age Veilguard was absolute garbage. I'll buy that when it goes on super duper sale as well.
Don't give them money.
Well,
don't give them money.
They're already gone. Most of those people are already gone. So I made sure I dumped the Copilot off my PC. Oh, I think Copilot's cool. I like it.
Well, I just put one of the memes in the Pharaoh chat, and it basically like highlights that, like when did Breath of the Wild came out?
Yeah, 2017 for the Wii U.
Yeah, so it's like, and then so imagine like paying like $60 for that.
Yeah,
and then waiting almost 10 years. And you're paying like more than
I think it was 69 for me when it came out in 2017, and it's 120 some bucks right now to buy it brand new for the Switch 2 for a game that's 2 generations ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's such a good quality game. Nintendo's like, you know how we can get these people? But they did it in a way that if you owned the original, you could pay a $15 upgrade fee and you'd have the Switch 2 version, but it's scandalous.
But imagine it's like, oh, I'll just save my money and I'll get the game when it gets cheaper in the future, and it's like, it's not really possible now.
Yeah, Nintendo games don't go on sale. That's a horrible thing.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I've never seen a Nintendo game go on sale. Even on Black Friday, you might get $5 off if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, that's it. Even a used game is $5 off the brand new ones.
Free shipping from GameStop.
yeah, it's ridiculous. So Nintendo doing what they're doing is so anti-consumer. And Spuddy had said it towards, like, things are coming to a head now where you're going to see possible crash of the gaming market. And the only ones that are going to survive are these indie markets, these indie games that aren't top heavy, that focus on value and the consumer and give us what we want. And even games that we never thought we wanted, like Expedition 33. It just proves that if you make a great game, we're going to buy it. Bottom line.
Because the thing is like the indie games are made by people passion on a low budget.
Yep.
So if the gaming market crashes, it's not like they had any money anyway to be able to make the high production game. They're just going to still make the game as they were going to do it before.
Well, if you think about it,
it's still going to be the same quality and it's going to be awesome regardless.
How many more times can Sony release The Last of Us Remastered before people are like, okay, we've had enough? And when I say remaster, I'm talking about full price, $89, $79, whatever. How many more times can they do this?
They've already done it like 3 times.
The Resident Evil games, Final Fantasy games.
Resident Evil.
It's like so, like every year you get another Final Fantasy, you get another Resident Evil, and it's always like and most of the time it's like a remake.
Yeah, it's wild.
Just take a break. Like,
make a new
figure some crap out. Make something original.
Well, how many times can Bowser kidnap Peach?
True story. True story. Well, we had Super Mario Odyssey come out for the Switch, and that's the last time. But I'm surprised they didn't do one for the launch of this one, for the Switch too. But you're right.
Wasn't Super Mario Wonder? Wasn't that the more recent one?
Yeah. So what I'm talking about is rescuing Peach. So you had Super Mario Wonder, you had Super Mario Bowser 3D or something like that. But you got to play Peach if you want, and she joined you and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. That's it, boys. Have some good chats. Anything anyone else like to chat about?
There was a Nintendo game for the Wii that Mario got captured and you had to play as Luigi to save him.
Luigi's Mansion?
Must be.
No, it was called I think it was called Luigi U or something.
You know that's a remake of a very, very old game that was on, I want to say, the Panasonic 3DO.
Huh. I don't think it's original. I like a remake.
It was called Mario is Missing, and I think it was on the Panasonic 3DO.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah.
Rescues Mario. The primary game where Luigi rescues Mario is Missing. Yeah, was that on the Game Boy or something? Or
that was a DOS. It was a very old game.
Okay, yeah, that's funny. I forgot all about that.
Bit of history there.
Yes, sir. Mark, do you feel comfortable about expressing your about your thoughts that you came in to express?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, good. I let you talk too. I didn't interrupt. I didn't battle. Because Mark said, I got a few things to say myself. That was your last comment.
Well, I mean, I will say that I think Xbox is not. I mean, they're not hurting Activision as far as Call of Duty, but they're not helping it either. It's just like it's consistent trend. I haven't seen anything Xbox done to make it better other than put it on Game Pass for free.
Yeah. Yep.
Like there's stuff that each one of the main companies, being Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, there's each one of them that's doing stuff right and doing stuff wrong.
Yep.
I can agree with that.
In like a big way, where like Nintendo, they've released a 2, which some people love, but they've released a Switch 2, which some people hate, and Xbox, they're doing the handhelds and they're getting Helldivers, but they've just let go a lot of people. And PlayStation, they're getting some Xbox games, but they're not really doing anything of their own accord.
It's this generation's been so wacky. We've had no games
kind of
to push the
stagnated.
limit. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Had no games to push the limits, so where we warrant a new Xbox and a PS6.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what's up. What's up?
It'll be the Xbox Series Z or Series Z, and it'll just be but it'll be like many Z, so it'll be like
Xbox.
Sleep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Any last words before we shut her down? I'm going to see Jurassic Park here in an hour.
Oh, me and Mooney are seeing that on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Let me know what you think.
I thought you hated how it looked as well, James.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, you still got to go see it. Come on, Lee.
For sure.
Well, like James just needed to watch like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
I did watch Napoleon Dynamite. I didn't really like it.
Yeah, shut up. Anyways, what were you going to say, James?
Yeah, looking forward to watching that. But I was going to say, games don't have to be graphically amazing to, be great. I remember having all these awesome games when I first got my Xbox 360 back in like 2006. And the game I was most hooked on for like 2 months was a game called Viva Pinata.
Oh,
if anyone remembers that.
Pete just said, yes, they do, James. Yes, they do. Graphically amazing. That's awesome. All right.
No.
Yeah, Viva Pinata. I heard that was a fun game for the 360. Absolutely. I never got to play it.
Yeah, let me know what Jurassic Park's like.
I will.
Or Jurassic World, I should say.
Hey, whatever. There's a scene in the trailer where Scarlett Johansson yells out Patrick or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's exactly the same as Sam Witwicky yelling out Optimus. It's exact same. And I was like, this is so stupid. That really turned me off in the trailer, and I make fun of it every time. But anyways, yeah. So and then next Friday, man, I'm going to see Superman. So just as a heads up, tomorrow afternoon, I'm on call starting tomorrow morning. I plan on doing Gears at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon, unless I get a call. But that is what we're saying, James. You're muted.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Will our American friends be up for Gears with it being 4th of July?
Oh shoot! Right. Pete, are you available tomorrow? Are you barbecuing, hanging out with friends? Not sure if you're available. If not, we can push it till next Friday. Not a problem.
I can only imagine how good a Pete's barbecue would be.
Pete is a carnivore.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Yes. Watching fireworks tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, James, where can they find you on all your socials, dude?
Just pop by Paul Streams. I'll say hello.
Hello,
Governor.
Mark, where can they find you?
Champ.
Sorry, can't make it tomorrow. Okay, no worries. Maybe, maybe we'll either do something different or just not stream tomorrow. We'll figure it out. I'll message you guys. Most likely, Mark has a party planned for Independence Day. Yeah, Mark, where can they find you on your socials?
YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, either Ultimate Hater 87 or Ultimate Hater 1987.
And Lee. So Spuddy said most likely my uncle has a party planned for Independence Day. Okay. So maybe we won't do Gears tomorrow then. We'll either do something else or I'll leave you guys alone and take the day. Lee, where can they find you? What?
Well, let me know.
Yeah.
If you do anything. YouTube, Twitch, Discord, the Lee Everett.
The Lee Everett. All right, all my socials are in the bottom. Guys, thank you everybody for hanging out and chatting. We've got Spuddy, we've got Ashley, we've got Pete, we've got James, Mark, and Lee. Thank you for joining. We've got PT Mark, Volmek. We had Volmek.
And Karate Chick, Paul.
Sorry, we had Karate Chick. We had Volmek. I think I just said.
Cameo.
And Big Casino. Oh, she did a. Oh yeah, I can see her shadow. I've been watching her shadow the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley. Thank you so much for chatting. All right. Hey, I see you now. Karate Chick. Hey, All right, boys and girls. So as for James, as for Mark, and as for Lee, my name is Paul, and you guys take care.
Take care. See you guys. Love all you beautiful people. Oh, you didn't do it?
No, I don't. I only do that during normal streams.
Okay.
So he doesn't love anybody on the podcast.
That's right. I hate everybody.
We're all beautiful people.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for letting me jump on. I know I was a little late.
Guys, anytime.
Looks like you changed your photo, James. So.
Oh, my profile.
Yeah.
Your profile? What's this? Oh, yes, on Facebook. That's right.
Yeah.
It just took.
Sympathetic Paul was.
We're proud of you.
No. Do you know how sympathetic Paul was? I was like, oh, I can't find a nice photo because I always have a double chin. And Paul was like, oh, you're fat anyway. Just pick one. That's what he was like. I was like,
great.
wow.
That's great.
So yeah,
I just gave my phone to Mooney and was like, "You pick a photo. I'll use that one."
I went to the extreme and I was like, because I begged you to change your profile picture, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go this one step further, and I'm posting a pic so people would see that you do have a new one, which forced your hand to put the new one, and it worked.
So petty.
I am petty. I'll take it. It's so awesome. Enough. Yes, sir.
I haven't updated my profile pic on Facebook in like 4 or 5 years.
Let me just. I'm checking Facebook right now.
Mine was about 6 years, yeah.
And my profile picture isn't even me.
Lee, you went on Facebook for the first time, forever. Oh yeah, Mark, that same one.
I finally remembered my password.
Dude, that's 2019. You had no gray in your beard, and now you do.
I know I got gray on my chest hair now. I don't know how I feel about that.
Hey, I do too, man.
Lee, do you have another Facebook that's your actual name and with your?
No.
I did wonder if like this was your like second account or something.
No. Honestly, like I hardly do any social media.
Okay.
This is the most social I am.
Introverts unite online. That's funny.
All got two introverts to fly across the world to be together. That's quite an accomplishment.
That's how I roll, boys. That's how I do it.
For sure. Did you say it's tonight at the cinema?
Yeah, so the movie starts at 7:20 and we're leaving here in 31 minutes.
Don't forget your spork, Paul.
Heck yeah, man. I may just stick a fat wiener in my mouth and not have popcorn. We'll see.
I hope the projector doesn't break down.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so we went to see. Okay, so last Friday we went to see F1. Projector broke, so we went to see it on Sunday. I will say, man, F1. Even though I hate racing and all that stuff, unless it's Mario Kart, it was so engaging and amazing. 90% of the movie was actually racing, and 10% of the movie was like story building, blah blah blah. Brad Pitt romance. Yeah, hardly any of that garbage. It was amazing. So just being in the theater, I didn't even know if it'd be half as good as it is in the theater than home or whatever. It was magical to me. I'm on the edge of my seat like, oh, this is so friggin' good. See you, Ash. But yeah, it was really cool.
Well, we're going to go watch Megan at some point, the new Megan film, and 28 Years Later.
Oh, you stole them, eh? You pirated them? Nice.
No, at the cinema.
Oh, okay. When are you going to do that? Tomorrow?
A couple of weeks. So on Monday, we are going to watch Jurassic World.
Park. Yep.
Thursday, Mooney and I are going to a town called Nottingham. We're going to go do some stuff there. There's like the City of Caves. You can go underground to the old caves where people used to live and things. And a few other things. Haunted museums. We're going to do like a whole shebang there. So yeah, that'll be interesting.
Nice. I will review bomb the film with a negative review if a velociraptor does not say Alan in that movie.
Alan!